The Six Sides of Water Mini Course, Chapter 2. pH. Fidrian values, or power of hydrogen, can be raised and lowered either incrementally or drastically with levels that are either basic, which are high levels of alkalinity like soap, or acidic, low levels of acidity like battery acid. pH balance is subjective based on the intended goal. From pH balanced shampoos like No More Tears by Johnson & Johnson to makeup for differing complexions, and even the topsoil remediation in lawns and landscaping use pH. Recently, I watched an episode of The Crown on Netflix. The plot covered Queen Elizabeth II, who was an avid racehorse owner and breeder. She had traveled with her racehorse breeder to America. Together, they discovered how American racehorse breeders test the pH of the grass their horses grazed on beyond the formulated feed the horses received in their daily diet. This ensured their racehorses had the proper balance of flora in their digestive system. The breeders understood that high performance starts with a pH-balanced healthy gut to properly digest the fuel needed for optimal performance on the racetrack. pH levels can also become neutral using the opposite of the current out-of-balance pH to form a balanced pH result of the intended goal. For example, a balanced pH goal of 7.0 is considered neutral on a pH scale of 0 to 14. A pH of 8.0 is 10 times higher than 7.0, while a pH of 6.0 is 10 times lower than 7.0. A pattern follows when pH increases or decreases and is considered dramatic in measurement. I made the mistake of cleaning upholstery without gloves for higher and lower pH levels. Either way, anything outside of a 7.0 to 7.5 pH range will cause significant irritation to the skin, causing a chemical burn. This is similar to a hot water scald. A high alkaline pH level source can reduce a pH level by using a low acidic pH, while a higher basic or alkaline pH level source can raise a lower pH imbalance to the intended goal. Let me share some examples on how you can use pH to your advantage that you might not be aware of. To neutralize stings from bees, being an alarm-released pheromone pH of 4 to 4.5, use baking soda powder, which is a pH of 8.1 to 9.0. Wasps and hornets' sting venom is very close to neutral, being 6.8 to 6.9 pH. Apply a small cotton ball of vinegar to neutralize. Then bring on the tweezers. Ant bites are acidic at 5.3 pH. More baking soda. Mosquito bites, caused by the anticoagulant chemistry injected into the skin, are relieved best by household ammonia, having a pH of 11.6, or hydrogen peroxide 3%, which has a pH of 11.7. Jellyfish are complicated. They have variations depending on the different species, with stings having a wide pH range of 4.6 to 8.0. And because of the variables, study the species and the first aid procedure. Do not follow the myth of urinating on the stinger's site, like Monica on the TV show Friends. As urine's composition of salts and electrolytes pH change rapidly, which could cause a release of even more venom, causing more pain to the person. According to an article by Scientific American, most stings in North America waters can be assuaged by vinegar or 5% acetic acid. For stings from a few species, whose scientific name I cannot pronounce, a baking soda and seawater paste is even better. Chemical cleaning compounds work the same way. Bleach or chlorine, for example, are higher pH salt chemical compounds that dissolve in water. The less water used to dilute its mixed solution of chemical strength, the higher its pH concentration, whether acidic or alkaline. Another way to raise a chemical's pH is through the water in the chemical cleaning solution becoming evaporated. To give you an example, I could create an alkaline cleaning solution that creates foam for most synthetic fabrics and fibers for upholstery. Then apply this foam to a soft bristle brush to gently work it into the surface of a dry clean only fabric sofa. Before the application, I would ensure that the cleaning solution is an 8.0 pH level. If the foam dries, say within about 15 minutes, the pH of the foam skyrockets to 10.0. The results would be disastrous because, say for example, a white Haitian cotton fabric has tannin seeds that bleed out of a coffee-colored stain. The customer would have a heart attack if I changed the color of their sofa from white to coffee grounds brown, because it would never match the other two pieces of the same set, the love seat and oversized chair. The correct procedure is to use the correct pH for what your fabric allows. If a low pH moisture content cleaning was required, as in the case of a Haitian cotton fabric, then a more acidic pH level rinse is needed to flush out the soiled fabric's foaming solution. Having a special acidic solution mixed with water to yield a net 4.0 pH prevents brownout from occurring.